Alright, time for another countdown. Better get my assault rifle ready just to be safe. No, wrong one. Wait, what's this? No, that's not it either. Nope. 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 Wait, what's this? Huh. Why haven't I worn this yet? Hello everyone, this is the Gaming Cat here, and I'm hoping it comes as no surprise when I say that I am very grateful for my position here. I've been able to create videos I love and show them to thousands, even millions of people, something that was once only a dream for me. But despite this, there's the unfortunate reality that there are a lot of other people out there with just as much talent, and sadly they don't receive the same kind of attention that people like me do. Artists. I've seen a whole variety of skilled people who work so hard on what they do and deserve so much credit, but sadly, even the more successful ones never seem to reach the kind of height people on YouTube achieve. The websites they work on just don't have nearly the titanic amount of traffic YouTube has, and as such, many a great artist has gone unnoticed. So now, I figured I should try reaching out to the people who have found me over the years and show them some artists who I think deserve more love. I know that not everyone's going to see this. Most of my non-SpongeBob videos don't get much attention. Actually, I think I'll just put SpongeBob in the thumbnail so more people will click on this. But I'm hoping to direct at least a few people to some art they might have never seen before. So, without further ado, these are 5 artists you should check out. Alright, by this point every single one of you knows what a sucker for StarCraft I am. Sadly though, the disadvantage to being this into the franchise is that there isn't much in the way of fan art. There was a fairly good number of it from 2009 to 2013, but for the longest time it's been pretty dry. This is why I am incredibly grateful for the existence of Levicopter. Levicopter is a German artist who primarily does fan art of Blizzard games, Warcraft, Overwatch, and especially StarCraft. Her art style suits these games very well. The people at Blizzard have always been masters of presentation, and she manages to capture the grand scale and creative design of their characters perfectly. She also draws a lot of art of Raynor and Kerrigan, which I especially love since their relationship was always one of the most heartfelt parts of the StarCraft series. If you still need further incentive to check out her stuff, Blizzard themselves and even the voice actors behind Raynor and Kerrigan have recognized and praised her work. She also releases art pretty regularly as well. She doesn't have a strict schedule or any sort of time frame you can predict her making new stuff, but you don't exactly need to wait around for her to do something new either. She's got both a DeviantArt and a Tumblr account, and you should be sure to pay attention to at least one of them. No matter what kind of Blizzard fan you are, I guarantee you'll find something there for you. As I said in my second Q&A, I'm currently at college majoring in film, so you can guess I'm quite the film buff. And once you know it, the second guy on this list happens to be quite the film buff as well. Killbee94 is an Italian artist with a very cool variety to his art. He's covered a huge span of films, from Evil Dead to the Lego Movie to Mad Max to so much more. He's also got some neat comics about original stories and characters he's created, as well as a lot of really cool Undertale art. Stop. I don't care. But what really gives him his unique edge is his crossover art. He's done a lot of it and it never fails to be entertaining. I've loved crossovers pretty much all my life, so finding him felt like a godsend. I've also got to give major props for how he draws facial expressions. These are some of the most unique and expressive face designs I've seen. Even when they aren't as wacky and over the top, they still stand out because of how much emotion they can display with just a single look. He's also done discussions about film as well, whether it be reacting to and reviewing them, or making top 10 lists or what else have you, so there's also that if you enjoy those kinds of things. Bottom line, Killbee94 is an insanely creative artist who's got a whole selection of great stuff for you to check out. Seriously, his crossovers get so zany, he's the kind of person to whom you could say, "Hey, would you draw Jack Black and Undyne driving a Baneblade tank into the mouth of hell itself if I paid you $30? And he would do it. Actually, he did! This is amazing! Good old classic FPS games. You gotta love them. But you've also gotta wonder, is there any artist out there who is truly able to capture the visceral glory of these granddads of violence? Well, Ardath Lilitu has given us the answer. Hell yes. Art Athletic is another Italian artist, this time someone who primarily does art of classic FPS games. She does a little bit of everything: Serious Sam, Shadow Warrior, Wolfenstein, Blood, and especially Doom and Duke Nukem 3D, in addition to her recent tapping into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Bendy and the Ink Machine. Her art style is absolutely out of this world. The amount of detail and effort put into every single character she draws is staggering. There are professional artists out there who can't achieve this kind of skill, I'm serious. I mean, just look at this portrait of Samus, it almost looks like a photo, it's so realistic. I implore any of you to check out her art. The fact that it gets so few views and so few comments is practically criminal for this kind of talent. Seriously, when the voice actor for Duke Nukem himself has one of her pictures tattooed on his arm, I think that's a sign you need to take a look at what she's got. Have you ever seen art that just looks so appealing to the eye it immediately comes to your mind when someone says the word pretty? Artists like that are very few and far between, but I think I can safely say that Betty Neo is definitely one of those artists. As her name implies, she's done a good amount of Bayonetta art, although she's also a major contributor in the Danganronpa fandom. I don't even know that much about Danganronpa, but I can't deny that her art of it is really, really good. It's always so pretty to look at. She manages to emulate the style of what she's drawing really well while still having her own unique, distinctive look. I think my personal favorite work of hers is her art of Artemis, the fan kid she made for Bayonetta. I just love how well her appearance captures the look and feel of an Umbra Witch while still having her own unique features that prevent her from feeling uninspired or ripped off. I don't look at this character and see obvious ideas taken from other characters, I look at her and I see Artemis. Betty Neo is another person who deserves way more attention. Sure, she's pretty big on the Danganronpa amino, but elsewhere her work doesn't get looked at as often as it should. I've reblogged it when I can to help her out, but now I'm telling you all directly, look at her art. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. So I'm sure a few of you might already know about the final artist on this list, as I've featured her art before in one of my countdowns, and also collaborated with her for the April Fool's video I did. But in spite of that though, I think she's still pretty underrated, so let me introduce you all to Caitlin the G. Kate's an Australian artist who's been a good friend of mine for over a year now, but I still speak from little bias when I say that her art deserves a lot more attention. The best way I can describe her style is cute. All of it manages to give you this really good feeling inside of you, no matter how bad you feel. She's just really skilled at making things look puffy and squishy across all the different kinds of art she does. She's got plenty of cool designs of original characters up her sleeve that have a variety of influences, and she's also got a prodigious amount of Undertale and Bendy and the Ink Machine fan art in her gallery. I know people who are in neither of these fandoms and still admire her art just because of how great it is. Like Betty Neo, Kate's got her own portfolio of fan kids, and again, all of them look unique and none of them look too similar. If you just had silhouette shots of each of these characters, you could still easily tell them apart from the official ones. I know that art with a big focus on cuteness isn't for everyone, but if any of what I'm showing you catches your eye, I highly recommend you give her a follow. There's little doubt in my mind that you won't regret it. So these are the artists I'd recommend most highly to you. There are plenty of other artists who deserve your attention and I hope get more successful, but I'd definitely appreciate it if you checked out these guys. I encourage you, share the work of talented people, and if they have ways you can support them, whether through commissions or donations, do so. They've earned it. That's all for today. Join me next time when I do a first impressions video on StarCraft Remastered. This is the Gaming Cat wishing you all the best of luck.
How it feels to chew 5 gum.
Be careful with...
Stimulate your senses.